Hi there, it's Paul with you once again, and welcome to the first of this month's video lessons. We're going to show you yet another intro. I know, we seem to cover an intro each month, but there are lots and lots of them, and lots of them are very easy to do. And what I'm trying to encourage you to do is not be dependent on automatic intros and endings. We've said this before, it really is nice sometimes to just sit and play your own intro and your own ending. The satisfaction level can be quite tremendous from doing that. Now this one's a very, very simple intro that uses basically it uses a suspended second chord followed by the actual major chord. Now that might sound a little bit complicated, but first of all let me just play you an example of what I'm talking about. You will have heard this many, many times before. Think of things like the Carpenters, Barry Manilow songs. You'll hear this type of intro featured quite a lot with those artists. Let's use an example here, again based in C. Just have a listen to this. That's actually a very famous intro from a Carpenters song called Close to You. And basically what we're doing here is we're taking a C chord there in its second inversion, and we're adding the G at the top as well, and that gives us a four-fingered version of C, if you like. But our opening chord, we suspend the second note in the chord. Now obviously the C, which is the root note, is our first note, so we take the next note up, which is actually the D. Do you remember we've put this into a little run on the piano before? We called it the ninth note. Well, yes, it is the ninth note, but it's also the second note as well. So have a listen. If we start with G, D, E, and G again. That's our suspended second chord, and then we drop the D back to the C to get to our major chord. So we get this type of effect. And it's as simple as that to actually do an intro. Let me put this together with some left hand and some bass, and just play you a little song like this. Okay, and no need to go any further into the tune, but that made a very simple, I think, but effective little intro there. You probably noticed something else I did there as well, was to use one of the fill-ins, and that's something we're going to cover in a separate video this month. But I used fill-in 1 here. I could have used any of the fill-ins just to actually take us into the main part of the tune, and it just gave us that 1 bar break between the intro and the main theme. Just have a listen again, and listen particularly to the use of the drum fill. Okay, it took us nicely in, and because we'd got a couple of pickup notes before the main first bar came in, then with that drum fill going on in the background, that actually sounded quite effective. So that's it in the key of C. Let's just look at one more example, maybe in the key of F this time. So let's take our F chord here, this time with the C at the bottom, then the root note, the F, then the A, and then a C again. Remember to always duplicate the bottom note back up at the top. So we need to find our second note. Well, F is our root note, therefore the first note. So take the next note up, which is the G. Now you can follow this rule and do this in any key. Like I just said, I think this is a really simple but effective intro, and it's one that people will have heard lots of times before. I've got a little busker book sat up here with a little piece of music in the key of F, a little thing by Michael Jackson called Ben. Again, let's follow the same rule. Let's do our little intro. We'll use the fill, and then that takes us into the main part of the tune. Let's have a try. Okay, again, we don't need to go on, but hopefully there you can see that's a lovely little intro for you to go away and try. Let's take a little break and we'll be back with video 2.